Hi everyone, my name is Shilling and I've created this Lenten campaign for you, and I wanted to record this short video just to give you an idea of what it's all about and what you can expect to receive from it as well. So the idea first came to me about a year ago when I was walking to work, and I remember having this idea that, I don't know about you, but it was instilled in me from such a young age, being grown up in a Catholic household, that you had to give up something for Lent. And I think the last thing I gave up was ketchup or something, because we definitely didn't have it at home. But I remember even years later, thinking, oh, I have to give up something for Lent. And I thought, God, life is so hard. Life is so frantic and fast paced, and there's so much stress on people at the moment that why would we want to deny ourselves anything? Why, instead of giving up something, why don't we take up some self-care? And to me, self-care is something that's so vitally important in my day, because if I don't do some self-care, just some simple, it doesn't have to take long, just some simple self-care every day, then I'm not in a good place to be able to deal with clients, family, friends, partner, and all the rest as well. So not only is my self-care really important for me, it's really important for the people around me too. So what is self-care? Well, self-care, a lot of people think self-care is selfish, and we have this misconception that you're either a giver or you're a taker. And if you don't give everything to everybody else, then you're a selfish person. But there's a third option, and that is the soulful option that I call it. And that's what self-care is about. So what is it exactly? Well, if you can imagine that this cup, for example, here's one I made earlier, and the water in your cup is your capacity for patience, for understanding, for happiness, for just a joy in your life. If you only have a small little bit in your cup, if you only have a small capacity for this within you, then whoever is in your life, you can give maybe a little thimbleful to everybody else. But when you practice self-care, the idea is that you're filling up your cup, that you're increasing the levels of happiness and patience and resources within you, so that you have more to give to your work, to your family, to your friends, to your partner, to yourself as well. And you don't end up feeling drained, kind of begrudging that you've given to everybody else and there's nothing left for yourself, because there's a constant supply. So in this way, you're doing your self-care for the good of everybody around you, but also really to look after yourself, because if you're not in a good space, then everybody suffers, really, don't they? I remember a client of mine turning around to me and said that she had to go down and visit her parents who lived down the country, and she was really begrudging the fact that she had to give up her Saturday to go down there, and she felt like just a little bit like I'd need some time to myself this weekend. Why am I going down here? And she said that after her self-care, which was simply going out for a walk, she didn't mind. She felt so good within herself that she really didn't mind going down and visiting her parents, and she ended up having a lovely weekend with them. So in that way, you know yourself, when you feel good within yourself, you don't mind doing things, and you actually want to do things for other people as well. You want to spread that good feeling out to other people. So there's many benefits to self-care, not only for yourself, but for everybody around you. So what are self-care practices? I'm asking people to just spend 10 minutes a day on their self-care, and your self-care practice can be anything or everything. It can be something that you already do. It can be something that is completely new for you. It can be different on different days. It doesn't have to have any self-care routine. For example, I know somebody said to me before that simply brushing her teeth became her self-care practice, that she really took her time and she put the intention on it that this is my self-care practice. And that was enough. That's perfect. I know another client of mine, a wonderful client of mine, was telling me that she created a list of all her self-care practices, from everything from having a cup of tea to making a phone call to somebody that she hadn't heard from in ages to sending a nice text to somebody, to making her bed, putting fresh sheets in her bed. And she put it on a list, and she put it on the door, inside where your tea and coffee is, on that press door. So every time she opened the door for a cup of tea, she saw all her self-care practices, and she took the time to do one of those in the day as well. So I thought that was a brilliant idea too. And I do hope as we go through this 6.5-week program that you'll give me some ideas or feedback, or let me know how you're getting on. It'd be wonderful to hear from you. So it can be, as I said, it can be anything at all, from a massage to a run to a walk to buying yourself flowers, different every day. Variety is always good. And every week what I will do is I'm going to be recording maybe some meditation, some mindfulness practices, giving you some hints and tips and things that it can work for you as some ideas for your self-care, so that over the course of the 6.5 weeks you'll create a list that is unique to you. So to that end, maybe perhaps get yourself a self-care book, something that you can write all your lists on if you want to, or maybe create a note on your phone as well. So that's really all I have to say. Oh, one more thing is, if you wish, it's always a nice thing to do things together. So maybe get some self-care buddies and butt it out to people and say, oh, I'm doing this program, would you like to do it with me? And that way then you can check in with each other, maybe give each other ideas, or maybe check in with each other, hold each other accountable for it as well. Maybe that could be something that's of benefit to you, or maybe something that's like what you like to do as well. So that's all I have to say for this first week. This is your email for week 1, which is today, and the next one you will get is Monday, and then every Monday up until Easter Sunday you're going to get a weekly email. They're going to be very short and just very simple ideas, hints and tips. It's all completely free, and it's still time to sign up for it. If you know anybody who would like to sign up, I'm going to hopefully put a link below if I can work that out in YouTube. Or you can just go to my website, www.exhale.ie, xhale.ie. Scroll down to the blog, and there's a blog entry there that has all the details on it as well. So you can sign up at any time as well. Okay, so thank you so much. We've got subscribers from all over the world: America, Australia, Switzerland, Ireland, England, and 300 people are taking part in this. So I'm so delighted, and I hope you get something amazing out of it for you. Thank you.